that's it for the squash. It never lasts long. Between the vine borers and the blight, squash just, I get it for maybe a month. So now it's time to plant something else. But we'll see. Maybe, probably green beans, I'm thinking, in this area. Or I might do, I've got some cherry tomatoes that were left over that are just kind of sitting. I may throw them in here and let them kind of go. But now some of the herbs I've got in here, which some of the sage, some oregano, and then I've got some lemon balm in here that were kind of covered up by the squash plants, so they're just gonna like take off now. So I'll be putting and drying some herbs, thank goodness. But yeah, the squashes are gone. See, all that's left are remnants. And a squash that fell off that I gotta go grab. But, or a zucchini, I should say. And then if you look over here, this zucchini plant, I'm getting ready to pull it out. But look at the monster that was hiding underneath all that foliage. This guy is just, ooh. Yeah, look at this. This thing is massive. He's about as big as my arm. He's yeah, see, I've got blight and it's completely taking over the plants. This is not a variegated. This is blight that is just decimating this squash. It's that time of year. We're getting red tomato. Alright, so this one is gonna have to be clipped off, and the rest is gonna be done in the house because it is starting to turn on one end but not the other from with cat facing, or fused blossom, I should say. So this big guy is gonna get clipped off in a little while. And it's going to do the rest of its ripening on the counter. Because if I leave it, this side will be extra ripe. And then this end will start rotting. And then this end will just start turning. So I'm going to clip it off here in a little while. And just take it in the house. Look at this cool cluster. I can't wait for that to start turning. It's a good cluster on that one. We got some red cherries over here. I'll be ready to pick later tonight. And then these are starting to blush. Can you see that? They're starting to blush. Look, we have a teeny watermelon. Finally, it's starting to grow up the trellis. We've got one little one on there. And this poor Kajari melon, it got planted like 6 times because every time it would start growing, something would kill it and eat it. So finally this little guy, he's just now getting ready to start grabbing the trellis. So hoping to get some Kajari melons this year. We'll see. Blueberry cherries. They're almost ready. I've already picked a couple. But they are coming along. Some of them have some color on the top from the sun, but not all of them. Here's another good set of the blueberry cherry that are getting ready to be ripe. These have got more color on them. The Tesla and currant tomatoes, which I finally got to eat a few. The birds hadn't got to them, so yay. I spy pear tomatoes that are blushing. Those guys will probably be ready tomorrow or the day after. Yay! a pepper and tomato jungle. But the peppers are looking just gorgeous right now. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there are peppers everywhere. And then there's some over here, which I know you guys can't quite see from there, but the peppers are just amazing right now. I have not, last year, of course, I didn't get any peppers. This year, I am completely loaded, and the peppers just look amazing. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these peppers, honestly. I went from a year of no peppers to a year of a massive pepper harvest. Just the 3 plants that are the same literally have probably 8 or 9 peppers on them, and some of these other ones have at least 6 or 7 peppers. So yeah, I'm gonna be inundated with peppers soon. I'd say, just from feeling them, some of these are gonna be ready in the next couple days. A few of them still have a couple more days to go. Like this one isn't quite ready, and this is the, let's see, Cubanelle. I'm probably saying that wrong. It's a sweet pepper. And then we have the Corbachi pepper. I don't know. I'll have to look on my seed packets because I don't remember what color some of these turn. I know some of them are red. There's a chocolate pepper in here. There's a red pepper, and I think there might be yellow. But I'm pretty excited about the chocolate pepper because that one looks pretty cool. See these guys? They're humongous. Look at them. They're just long, and they look almost like a hot pepper, but they're not. They're a sweet pepper. They're pretty cool. A few of them will turn red. So I know this variety will turn red, so I can't wait to see how curly it gets, because from what the picture showed, it gets really curly and very long, which it's definitely long. And the cosmos are blooming. That one's getting ready to. We've got so many beautiful flowers this year that are really bringing in the pollinators. These cosmos are on their kind of last leg. They're kind of done for the season. But eggplants are coming back after all the flea beetle damage. You notice we got blossom there. Getting some new leaves there. And these are the Black Beauty eggplants. These poor eggplants, they're just starting to flower, and they're coming back from their flea beetle rampage. These guys are the Rosa Blanca, the Turkish orange, and then they've got some basil that I forgot I had kind of thrown in here. And here's the trellis. Yes, I know, I've got to put some wayward vines back up. But I'm keeping it real, guys. Not everything stays perfect. But look at this. They're hanging and dangling. We've got tons of cucamelons that have got to be picked. If you notice right here. Look at the tiny cucamelons. They're such cute little things. But it is loaded with them. And then the gourds are hanging nicely. We got one hiding in the cucumbers. We got this one, which I believe might be an apple gourd, but I'm not sure. It's either an apple or a basket. And then my nest egg gourds, which are doing really well. I've got 3 of those because there's one hiding down here where the vine kind of snaked down off the trellis, and I've just kind of left it. And there's some tomato plants hiding in here. But this is the jungle. I honestly don't know what's in there. I know there's some green beans, which I can see from here. Some of them are way past the time of being picked, but that's okay. Oh, and the twin squash from last time, it's still on here. I haven't pulled that plant yet because it's still kicking a little bit. I'll probably pull it once I clip this squash off. But look at this. It's finally turned color. And it's a little twin squash. It's so cute. Look at this. It's a double. It's a little fused twin. Look at that. Don't look at the one next to it. It's really bad. But the fused twin is, I think, ready to pick. It looks like it. And then the rest of this plant looks like it is going to be ready to be pulled out because it has quite a lot of damage from the mildew and squash borers. So I'm going to get ready to pull them. Well, I think that's probably all for today. I'm going to figure out where I stuck my green bean harvest that I was just doing. Oh, there it is. But I'll show you guys the rest of the garden later. But that's probably the end of the garden tour for today. I might post one later of some harvest because I do have a couple of tomatoes that are ready. But that's it for now. Bye, guys. Oh, alright, there's the green bean harvest. And the one really large squash that's going to become a dog treat. And then I'm going to save the seeds from it. Because this is the monster that was hiding. See? This is the monster that was hiding in that. He's huge. He's going to become dog treats. Because there's no way I'm going to eat this thing. I'll save the seeds from it and then cut it up and probably either bake it for the dogs or dehydrate it for the dogs. They love little treats like this. I don't unfortunately have any other wildlife to give it to, like no chickens or anything, so. But anyway, that's it. Bye.